is just a really great small group leader. He gets along with everybody, and he's been our small group leader for years. He is always prepared for the discussions we have at youth group and never shies away from any hard subjects. And while his frank obsession with Auburn is sometimes off-putting to newcomers, it also shows his passion, how passionate he can be, and he is passionate about youth group. So thank you, Austin, for always being passionate.
When I was asked to speak about John Ridgway, I said, no thanks. Just kidding. I like John a lot. He doesn't like to come to youth group all that much. His position of responsibility is a certified public accountant, which is not a real job. He's a great guy. We have had a lot of good times, some good boat memories, getting stuck in a rainstorm. But appreciate John's hard work and his bald head.
Okay, Elise, thank you so much for everything. We're so grateful for your leadership, your kindness, your compassion, and your love. I've loved getting to know you over the past few years and getting to learn so much from you and have you as a guide in my faith journey and also just growing as a human in general. I will always carry your compassion with me through college and beyond. Thank you for your sweet baby during the Christmas pageant. We didn't cry until she wanted pictures at the end. So she was so good to the very end. And yeah, we love you, Lisa, and we're forever grateful for you as our small group leader.
I just joined youth group this year, and I've never really gone to church before this year, but when I first started going to youth group, John Beacon was really welcoming, and honestly it was kind of overwhelming because I didn't know anyone there, so it was really nice to have John there for me and just trying to include me always. I kind of look up to him his inclusivity, and he's also taught me a lot about my own faith journey, and so yeah, that was really nice. Thank you, John.
So I was tasked with saying a couple good things about Rob Collier. For those of you who don't know Rob Collier, I think he's just always there. He's there for a lot of things. And I think that's the best part about him, because sometimes there's been spots where it's iffy, but then I go to youth group on my week's been kind of bad, but then I go to youth group on Sunday and I see Rob, and Rob he makes me excited for the next week. And so it's just Rob being there, and then his compassion for guiding us, all of us in our faith journey. It's something I really look up to. I really look up to Rob as a role model, and I appreciate him every single day.
So, when Matt asked me to say something for Tyler for Youth Group Leader Appreciation, I think that's what this is. I figured, it might be the first moment Tyler's been praised in his life. He doesn't do a ton great. So I thought, why not, Matt did give me some prompts, such as, what's a good story you remember about Tyler? What's Tyler about? Or, what's something you really like about him? So I was thinking long and hard about it. It was on my mind. And then I saw there's a soccer game on, and I kind of abandoned that train of thought. So then a couple of days later, I completely stopped thinking about it. Matt reminded me, and I was like, oh, shoot, I'm scrambling. I didn't know what to do. And it was hard for me to come up with good stories. Because the thing about Tyler is I can't really put my finger on one moment. There's so many, from naming our group in 7th grade, Satan. If you're thinking that's dangerously close to another word, we did not realize until too late. Suggesting we waterboard the confirmants. That's a real suggestion a youth group leader made. Tyler, what you doing, bud? Or always being there to make fun of my miserable sports viewing life. He's always somehow there. And we can't get rid of him, even if we try. And trust me, we have. There's been multiple petitions. But just, thank you, man. You've always been there. Since I moved here, really. You're just a great leader, and you're always there. Yeah, thanks.
I think the best word to describe Miss Rebecca is caring, because she checks in with all of us each week to make sure we're doing okay. Like when we do it, she always leads the highs and lows during youth group, and she's there for each of us, and it's a nice thing to have in your life as a high schooler, an adult that's always there for you. And so it's really nice to see Miss Rebecca every Sunday.
I'm Finley O'Brien. I'm an 8th grader, and we're here today to thank our youth leaders and volunteers. However, I think Pastor Peter is much more than that. He's a friend who plays paintball and talks about sports with me. He's interested in my life, school, sports, and whatnot. He's a mentor, someone who inspires me to be a better person. He is a neighbor who helping another neighbor by giving rides and baked goods. Lastly, he is a small group leader, engaging middle schoolers to help them learn about their faith. Thank you, Pastor Peter, for coming.
My name is Will Palmer, and when I just started coming to youth group in September, it was a lot of new people, like Tess said, my sister, and Matt really came to me at the beginning and really just befriended me in the beginning of youth group, and it was a really nice experience. It really got me used to coming and really motivated me to come to youth group more.
My name's Ricker. Mine's been a long, so I didn't know how long we were supposed to write it. But I was asked to talk about my small group leader for the past 3 years, Megan. And I really, I had to think about how to start this because 3 years is a long time. We had, COVID too, where we did online stuff. But Megan has supported not only me, but tons of other girls in our journey through faith. Even when youth group was unavailable during COVID, Megan and my other youth leaders continued to have meetings over Zoom. Never once did she give up on us, and I could always count on Megan to add a little bit of fun to every meeting we had. Megan has always cared for each and every one of us, and I admire her for that. She's never once left shower or gotten mad because we didn't know the answer and forgot something. She would just laugh it off and teach us the correct answer. I looked up to Megan for many reasons, but for one, she always knew how to handle things. When we had fun and silly youth meetings, she stayed calm when getting beat by a bunch of 7th graders in taco, cat, goat, cheese, pizza, a card game that is too crazy to even explain. She was also able to explain tough subjects in an understanding but tender way. I've learned so much from Megan these past few years, and I cannot wait to learn more. Thank you so much, Megan, for putting up with me and my friends for 3 years and many more to come.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Reddick. I'm here to talk about Miss Muchai. She is an amazing person, and I remember when we came back from COVID and it was very stressful, but she just stayed so calm, and I love that energy about her, and I really hope to be like that someday.
So I'm just here to talk about Mary Kate. She is our high school youth leader. One of my favorite things that she has taught me is about always being yourself. She stresses how to be unique and not always worry about what others think of you, and connects that to my relationship with God. Whether it's having a picnic and playing spoons, or having really deep conversations, or just talking about our week, she's always listening with a kind smile and her laugh. It's amazing if you hear it. She has a very busy schedule with school and everything, but it's really comforting that she's always there every week without fail. Thank you, Mary Kate.
Hi, I'm Elena, and I'll be talking about Mrs. Bragg. She is one of our youth group leaders, and she's just amazing. She's always just been really empathetic about just asking even our highs and lows of the week, or just every Sunday. It's made me excited to come to youth group, and it's just always she's just been there, and it's just awesome to have her as a youth group leader. I have so many memories, even just random funny ones, when we did the bingo, we did I won the 380 pieces of gum, and she was just like, oh wow, that's a lot of gum. It was just so random, but it was fun. And yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Eddie Sinderic, and I'll be talking about Miss Gorman. She's an amazing small group leader, and I really enjoyed getting to know her. She has an amazing smile that just really lightens up the mood in the room. She does a great job of connecting lessons with her life, even if they're tough lessons that are hard to understand. She sets an incredible example of how to love God and yourself. She always has great ideas on how we can have fun with the deeper lessons, and she always brings a new level of energy into our group, and it just couldn't happen without her.
Okay, so my name's Greta. I didn't have anything prepared, so I'm just gonna say thank you to all of my small group leaders for doing your job and being there for me. That's all I can come up with on spot. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Walker O'Brien, and I would like to take this time to show my appreciation to Ben Sled. I know that youth group cannot happen with volunteers, especially great ones like Ben. Ben is one of my small group leaders, and he is awesome. He understands how to relate to kids in our group, and I trust him to the point where I feel I could go to him if I had a problem. The other thing I appreciate about Ben is the way he is fun and makes the lessons interesting. My favorite memories of Ben is bingo night. No one in my small group was there, and I was kind of feeling a little bit awkward. But then Ben came and sat next to me, and he talked to me, and then I ended up having one of the best youth group experiences I've had all year. Thanks, Ben, for being there for me and all you do.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm going to talk about Will. So Will, or should I call you Dr. Lee? I didn't know much about you, sir, and your history, so I Googled you. Man, now I know why you like NC State so much. You used to play snapper on the football team there. You got straight A's in college and were the valedictorian of your mechanical engineering class. Then you got your master's degree and PhD. Also, I knew you liked racing a lot, as in NASCAR. You are a team engineer for teams like Danica Patrick and Kurt Busch. Wow. But I knew you as a fun and kind leader for our youth group who usually has a Gatorade bottle close by. Someone who is really fun to shoot hoops with, to play games with, and you even helped us win the Easter egg hunt. We got the grand prize, ice cream at Ben & Jerry's. One of the things I really appreciate about you is that a couple of times in small groups, when I was not sure about what to say, you've helped me get started. Thanks, Will, for being a great leader and friend.
I'm gonna say. So I don't really have anything prepared, but since no one's talked about Matt yet, so I decided I'd do that. So coming to the church like 2 or 3 years ago, right before COVID, I was pretty new. So like as we got out of COVID and we started doing youth group, Matt was just really welcoming to me and very nice. And just throughout the year, he's been just kind of the ringleader of everything and just really nice to everyone. And really admire that about you.
So my name's Margo, and I'm just going to talk about all my leaders because I couldn't pick one. So I'm a 6th grader, so this is my first year in youth group. So it was kind of clustered at the beginning because of COVID, but everyone's just been really welcoming, and I just admired that about all of you guys. And I always crack up about the random things, and that's like one of the funny things. That you guys are just always there for me, so that's good. It's just nice to have someone there like that. So yeah.
So my name's Annie, and I'll be talking about Riley. Riley was a very good small group leader, and she taught me so much about the Bible. At the beginning of the year, I wasn't really comfortable speaking in front of others, but then she taught me and helped me how to be more comfortable talking in front of people. And I I was new this year, and she's really nice when I came here, so that's really what made me come here every week. Thanks.
My name's Charlie, and I'm going to be talking about Riley. And so this obviously is my first year doing youth group. And I was really nervous at first because a lot of the kids were older than me, and I wasn't really sure what to say. But when I realized Riley and Perry were my youth group leaders, I felt way better because it just made me happy seeing their smiling faces every time and asking our highs and lows every day. And I have a quick story. When I first got my braces, I was really nervous and there was a lot of tears. But when it was over, my mom received an email from Riley. It was asking if I was okay, and it made me really happy.
Alright, so we are just about out of time, but one last thing I want to say is that I love having this moment for all of you students to be able to share about the leaders who have made your year great. And one of the things I know about all of your leaders is that they could probably all name somebody who, when they were in middle and high school, made their time great. I see a couple nods out there. And here's the amazing thing that I keep coming back to year after year is that even those people who our small group leaders are thinking about, those people have people that they were thinking about who showed up for them when they were in middle and high school. And the amazing thing is that if we could follow that chain back, we'd kind of get to these names that we know, like Apostle Peter or James or Luke or Matthew. And then the generation before that is Jesus. One of the things that connects us together as a church is that we have people who came before us and shared what they knew with us because somebody shared it with them. And so we're part of this chain that goes all the way back to Jesus, to Jesus Christ, the one who gives our faith its name. And that's a pretty amazing thing. That's the way that our faith is meant to work. It's not so much something that we have to be taught. It's kind of caught by the people that we learn from. So it's an amazing thing to be part of a church. It's an amazing thing to be part of youth ministry that has so many volunteers who are willing to come out each and every week and make a work and do the incredible work of connecting us all back to where it began. So once again, just one more round of applause for all of our small group.